See, as a coach, and I see Jerome Luai injured and won't be back till the first week of the finals. Now, Cleary suspended, he won't back to the first week of the finals. I can actually see a positive in that. Because when you're that far ahead in the minor premiership, all you're doing every week is watching your team, hopefully no one gets hurt. Now he's got 2 players ready for week 1 of the finals. All the others have got to get there yet. They've got to get through 5 games and be uninjured and unsuspended or whatever. Luai and Cleary will play in round 1 of the finals, and I think that's a bonus. And, you know, whilst it's not the ideal way to do it, I'd look at it as a positive that my 2-star halves are going to be there when the big games are on.
Well, I think they needed to have a bump in the road. They were going too good. You know, I think after Origin Series, all of the players that play for the Blues will be motivated to compensate for losing the Origin Series, but I think they needed to have a bit of a bad run just to refocus it. And, you know, the only risk here is that 2 players, even though they're your star players, they might be a touch underdone in week 1 of the finals, but they should have enough points up their sleeves to get their second chance.
You're saying they had a bad run. They had a bad 40 minutes the other night. They won the second half with 12 men and without Cleary in the side.
Pretty amazing.
And I'm not writing them off to win all 5 games leading up to the rest of the season. People saying that they won't win games because those 2 are playing. Yeah, gee whiz, I think they'll be more than competitive in all the games that they play.
Over the last few weeks or few months, you said this competition's over. It's a foregone conclusion they'll win. I noticed a little bit of talk about the Cowboys at the start. Are you saying that there's a chance now the window's open for another team?
No, I was just sticking it up Paul Gallen. They're not on the same post.
That'll be some game in round 25, though.
Yeah, it will be. But, you know, by then, players, they might be resting players and getting ready for the first week of the finals. You don't know what's going to happen. You get too far ahead of yourselves, you blokes.
Minor premiership could be at stake.
You want to get to the end of the book and read the answers before you go through the journey. You've got to go through the journey.
The depth there, final one on the Panthers. Sean O'Sullivan, Kurt Falls, Jamin Salmon. How do you see them playing this one come match team decision time tomorrow?
A lot of teams running around in this comp would like to have them as their normal halves, let alone as backups. I think the team will function well. I think all the other players will lift. They'll still be extremely hard to beat. And I think the draw that they've got, which is pretty hard, they play some really good quality teams, is the perfect preparation leading into a final series. Perfect preparation leading into the final. Last year they had so many easy games and they got to the first week of the finals and South Sydney ground them into the ground. And from that, they went on a run and won 3 really close games. So I think those real grinding things, if they can tough it out over the next 5 weeks, you know, win 4 or 5 of those games, I think it's perfect preparation leading into the finals, and then your big guns come back.
Well, Kurt Falls has been injured. He hasn't played for a little while, and he's still touch and go for this week. There's talk at the Panthers that they may play Sonny Luke as well. He's a chance of playing this week, so there's a bit to fall. They have Jamin Salmon as well, but O'Sullivan will be the 7 with Cleary out. They're just trying to find who the 6 will be.
O'Sullivan's got a good little kicking game, but it's not a long kicking game. Now, Jerome Luai and no Nathan Cleary, that'll be the biggest impact, I think, for Penrith will be their kicking game and how they manage the game.
The team that beat them for the second time this year, the Parramatta Eels, 2 from 2 against the reigning premiers. They've now got to do it without Mitch Moses for 4 weeks. Had surgery today on his middle finger, Gus. Can they keep the momentum going, Parramatta, without him there?
Don't know. No one knows. There's a good Parramatta, there's a bad Parramatta. We got the good Parramatta in the first half the other night. They just blew them off the park. You know, I don't think the result would have been too much different whether Cleary had stayed on or not, the way the game was trending. But then in the second half, with only 12 men, they were actually beating Parramatta in the second 40 minutes. So there's 2 of them. There's no doubt about that. Which one turns up on the day? They've got the ability, as I've said all year, they've got the ability to win those big games. It's whether they're going to get to the finals with a couple of chances to make that possible.
And are we talking Jacob Arthur will be named at 7?
Yeah, that's the most likely. There's been a lot of criticism from Parramatta fans of Brad Arthur for continuing to pick Jake. Earlier in the year, played him at 6 and left Dylan Brown in the centres. And we've seen that awful last few weeks with Parramatta fans, or some Parramatta fans, booing Jacob Arthur when he got the ball, when he came on the field. I wonder, Gus, what do you say? If you're Brad Arthur, what do you say to Jacob, knowing that there's going to be so much attention on him from the Parramatta fans this week? What do you say before the game?
Well, nothing. I pick the best player for the job. If you're the best player for the job, I don't give a damn what the fans say. I don't give a damn what the media says. You know that. You just pick the best man for the job, and if he's the best man for the job, he gets the jersey.
Well, this is his opportunity, isn't it?
It is. And too, Darren, you know, you look at those fellas who are going to fill in for Cleary and Luai at the Panthers. What perfect preparation for them to get 5 real big games under their belt, if in fact they're called upon. I mean, Cleary might get injured in the preliminary final. They need a half of the grand final. Wouldn't it be great that this fella's had 5 hard games and you know, proven that he can do it at this level against the best sides? I think it's perfect preparation for the Panthers.